This video is on expertise, and we've already established that you need to grow your expertise through growing your knowledge and constantly learning, right? But this is more about positioning, okay? And the thing that you need to embody here, like really get down to your core when you're coaching, is that you are an authority, okay? Not a tyrant. You're an authority on the subject that you are teaching. Okay? And we want to do that through our knowledge and through the safety that we're going to build and the encouragement and the challenge and the accountability and all that we're going to build with these people. But you need to get clear with you that you are an authority of the subject that you are teaching. Okay? And some of that is that, and we're going to go through a few of these. For instance, you want to avoid use of expert jargon. Okay? To you, it's just common language. Okay? Scapula. You know exactly what it is. A lot of people don't. Okay? So it's no longer a scapula. It's now a shoulder blade. Okay? It's no longer a clavicle. It's now a collarbone. It's no longer your acetabulum. It's your hip. Do you see? Okay? People might not know what these things are, so you want to use the language that they can understand, because it's far more important they understand than it is what you're teaching. I see this all the time, this like ego nonsense that coaches do, and I get why it happens, and it's easy to get caught in this trap, and it's not like I've never done it, but you want to change your verbiage around so that they understand it, because this is what a coach will do. A coach will get a question, and they'll explain it in their way, you know, with all these high-tech terms, and the client will sit there, and the client will go, wow, I had no idea that this was so complicated. And the coach will be like, yes, the body is extremely fascinating, and the body is fascinating. It's so fascinating. I mean, when we get into the exercise stuff here in a little bit, it's crazy how far, like just the little things that can happen with the body. It's amazing. But at the same time, in that scenario, the client didn't learn anything. The client was just impressed. And the client being impressed only stroked the coach's ego. It didn't help the client get to where the client wanted to go, which does not suffice what the coach is here for. Remember, the coach's job is to get you from point A to point B in the fastest, most efficient, and safe way possible, right? Okay? That's our job. Our job is not to pat our ego, okay? I see a lot of coaches do this, okay? Knock it off, okay? It's much more important that the client understands than it is for our ego to be stroked. Okay? No one cares how complicated it is. You want to make this stuff super, super, super simple. The genius is in the simplicity. The value is in the simplicity. Do you see? Okay? The value is not in the complexity. And highly intelligent people do this. This isn't like idiot versus smart people. Highly intelligent people make things more complicated than they need to be. Right? You want to make things simple. Right? I just heard an invention the other day from apparently the dude that invented this is in the town that we're shooting this from. Right? And all it was a trash can divider on the top of the trash can that one side went into one bag and the one side went into another bag. Okay, so one side went into the recycling, the other side went into the trash. That's it. That's not complicated. That's like, oh my God, that's so smart. And it's so simple. Or like putting wheels on a, what do you call those things? On a cooler. You know, those big heavy coolers, you used to have to, like now they got wheels, you just wheel them all over the place, just cart them around. Like, how smart is that? It's just like, why did it take us so long to put wheels on a cooler? See how simple that is? Okay, so don't make things complicated. The return on investment for what some of these coaches are doing, and I've done it too, I'm probably still doing it, okay? The return on investment of all the work that you're putting in and